Ole Miss, what do you make of that team? Because there's a good record there, but the RPI is still not quite that high. I think it's like 280 schedule or something like that. What do you make of them when you watch them?
Talented team, and I thought coming into the season, our big guys and their big guys are probably the best pound for pound as far as experience and been through the trenches. So they have that. They have Marshall Henderson's really shooting the ball well. I think he might be averaging 10, 11 threes, maybe 12 a game at 18 points a game, can really shoot the ball. They have the pieces. Very talented team. I think it'll be a great challenge for us. And we'll see. But they have the pieces. I mean, I have no control of how they schedule, who they schedule, the opponents they played against. They're 11-2 right now, but they also have a talent and an NCAA tournament team, in my opinion, as far as their talent level. I think the biggest key playing with these guys, they're very physical. You have to keep them off the glass. It's the most important thing. They're one of the few teams where they really don't have two guys that crash the glass at a high level, and they get them. I think Holloway is maybe 4 rebounds a game. Buckner maybe 3 or vice versa. They're getting like 7 offensive rebounds a game, and they attack that glass. So you got to be aggressive in your box outs and hold those box outs. But more important, our guards have to do a better job of chasing rebounds.
They attack the offensive boards hard. They got 2 really big guys down there, so the guards gonna have to rebound a lot come Wednesday. That's pretty much all I know.
Almost always seems like a really physical team. So y'all kind of like that, don't you? I mean, they kind of like to muscle up and, you said, attack the offensive glass. They got some of the big, strong guys. Do y'all like playing those kinds of teams?
I mean, it's always fun playing a team that plays like us. It's kind of like how it is in practice for us. So yeah, I guess you can say that.
Cuonzo, based on your non-conference schedule going into SEC play, what do you like that your team has done, and what concerns you going into SEC play?
I like the way our team is, defending, obviously playing hard and competing. I think on the offensive side of the ball, just really more than anything, making shots. Because when you make shots and you defend at the level we defend at, you got a chance to be very successful. So, got to be able to make shots, and that's the most important thing. Shooting the ball with confidence and getting them up, especially when you're in heavy rotation. It's one thing when you have a guy that comes off the bench, he might play a minute this night, next night he might not play. When you got guys that are in heavy rotation and you got open looks, you expect those to fall. I think teams know how we want to play, how we compete, which is fine. I mean, that's what the league about, but at the same time, we know how, as a coach, I know how the league wants to play. I know how this team wants to play. I know how they compete. I know how they go about their business. And I said before, easy is probably not the right word, but it's probably better playing against league teams because you're familiar with coaching styles and personnel, even though the talent is still great, as opposed to the unknown in preseason games. You don't really have a feel. You kind of watch a couple pieces of film, you think you know him, then all of a sudden it's live. Man, this guy's better than I thought he was. This guy's bigger than I thought he was. He's faster than I thought he was. But in league play, at least you're somewhat familiar with the competition.
Cuonzo, your RPI is about 77, and the league RPI is not real good. Does that put more pressure on you to have a really highly successful SEC season to get an NCAA tournament?
I think really, I wouldn't say pressure. I think for us is to win ball games. Because I think when you consume yourself and you're looking at RPI every 2 days, every 3 days, still not doing what you need to do. Bottom line, you got to play the game. You got to compete and win the ball game. That's the most important thing.